Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to create a really nice nude set with a hint of a deep purple. So the deep purple that we're using is this one here, Daddy's Girl from Madam Glam. I recently got this one, so of course I had to create a set with it. Why not? And I love this color so much, like so much. This is kind of my go-to for the winter. I do prefer more of like a reddy pinky undertone, but this one's very beautiful as well, especially later on when we matte top coat it creates such a cool little look on the nails. And here is the nude I'll be using. If you're an OG on this channel, you probably know which color this is. It's N17 from Cloud Beauty. Absolutely love. I've fallen in love with that one. Here is a matte top kit that we'll be using from Vanillisa, and here is the showstopper glitter for today's set. In person, it's a bit more purpley and sparkly. I don't know, maybe later when we do the final results, it might kind of come across a bit better, but it's a slightly different color, but gorgeous color. Since I popped all of my glitters into those containers and they're really nicely now organized in my drawer, I'm able to actually see all my glitters, believe it or not. So I've actually been able to create more sets with different glitters, so every time I create a set, it just feels like I'm picking out different glitters, which is so fun that I get to finally use them up and show you guys the different varieties I have, rather than just the one simple white glitter that I always use. Always. It's still my go-to, is my favorite, just because it does work with everything, but it's quite nice to pick out glitters that actually match a set, because it does really kind of give a different effect, which hopefully you'll be able to see in today's video. So with our base colors, we've got 3 nude nails, and we're going to have 2 of the purple nails. In a moment you'll see the screen kind of like switch a little bit. It's because I had a little fluff, so I had to go off camera, pick it out and carry on. So that's probably why you saw that little flicker there. So like I said, 2 purple, we've got 3 nude. We are going to cure this set, and then off camera as usual I'm going to apply the second layer, but we're not curing it because, as you probably can tell, if there's some fine glitter in the background, that about 99.999% of the time is going to mean a sugar nails. So in today's lucky set, and based on the color of the glitter, it's going to be a purple nail. So there we go. Like I said, the glitter is a bit more, like way more purple in person. Right now it kind of looks pinky, but it's like a really nice deep purple. It's such a shame that the camera wasn't really picking up the color well today, but it's beautiful. I love this one so much. Just fine glitter just kind of hits different for me. I don't know what it is. So like usual, we're just going to sprinkle it all over that nail, tap off any excess, and then we are going to cure all of those nails together in the lamp for about, I think, 30 seconds. I've popped it in, and then we shall be able to do some hand painted flowers. So I haven't done some hand painting in a long time, it feels like, and I used to love it until I came across stamping, and a lot just kind of went from there, and I just kind of ditched hand painting. So I thought, why not kind of show you guys some flowers in today's video, especially as I do find flowers quite hard to do, or I used to, and the more you practice, of course, the better you get. But this one is a very nice simple flower design, I feel like, and it creates a really cool effect. So I thought, let me show you guys. Hopefully you guys can recreate it and create some beautiful flowers. So as you saw, I grabbed a dotting tool and I just dabbed, it's going to be like a half flower. So I'm starting off at the top part, so we're going to do half a flower and just do dots, almost like a half circle. And then once we've done that, as you can see, I'm going to start off in the middle of the dot, drag a very thin line to the edge of the nail, and then kind of try and fill in almost like a petal. So of course, the closer to the dot that you're going to be, the thicker it is, and then the closer you are getting to the edge of the nail, the thinner the line will be. So if you follow that kind of technique, it'll look so cool. I really like how they came out. So I'm going to carry on with those, and we are going to have 2 nails like that. So I do go ahead and do the other nail off camera, because as you can see, it's quite repetitive, nothing much is changing. So I do go ahead and do that one off camera, so I'll show you guys that one in a moment. And also with this flower, because this one in particular didn't cover up the whole nail, although I do think that if we did like one massive one across this whole nail, that could have looked quite cool. But instead I decided to do 2. So this is the first one. I had a little fluff there too, so I had to go off camera to take that one out. It just would not budge. And then I don't know if I cured it, but it doesn't matter at the moment. So now that the top one is done, we are going to do another one at the bottom. So the top one is going to be on the left hand side, and then the bottom one is going to be on the right hand side, and we're creating the same kind of idea of a flower, but slightly smaller, so less dots, not so spread out, just because the bottom part of the nail, of course, is a bit more slimmer, and this stiletto, the size and shape and stuff. So we're going to do a slightly smaller one, but the same thing applies. We're doing the exact same thing. We're kind of dragging the middle of the dot to the edge of the nail, and then kind of connecting the sides of the dot to the line we've just created. I hope I'm explaining that well. Let me know. Hopefully I can see someone recreate the set, so I know that I actually did a good job explaining it. So we're just going to finish that one, and then once you're happy, you can pop into the lamp. Luckily, Madam Glam gel polishes are super pigmented that I did not have to go in with a second layer. If you do wish to do so, go ahead, but I didn't have to. It was perfect with just one coat, which is great. Here are the two nails now done, all nice and cured. So now it's time for some matte top coat. So this is the bit where you can do either or. So I decided to matte top coat first, just because I wasn't too sure on the crystal placement at the moment, but if you already know, then I would advise to apply the crystals first and then do a matte top coat. Of course, also the crystal placement would depend on kind of how complex it is, because the more complex it is, the harder it's going to matte top coat around those crystals. So today I decided to go the easy route and just matte top coat all of them before applying the crystals. And when applying the rhinestone glue gel, if at any point you go over an area where you don't want it on the matte top coat, then you can always go in with a nail prep like cleaner and just wipe it down, and that way it won't cure glossy on top of the matte, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I was doing. I think I did do that off camera, so later on that middle nude nail that we've got, I did do like a big crystal placement, and it did kind of go a bit out of hand, so I did go off camera and just wipe away any rhinestone glue gel where I didn't want it. So that's achievable. Those are going into the lamp. Whilst those are curing, we're going to create an ombre, and this one is a bit of a different ombre. I tried something different again. So we're going to already have the nail with our base color, and I'm going to apply just a little bit of that nude on the sponge, but the majority of it is going to be the purple, which is what I'm kind of trying to create an ombre with on that nude. Here I had another fluff, so I went off camera again. It was just a big fluff day today. It's probably because I had my fan blowing, so it was just causing a lot of dust and everything everywhere, just flying about. So I'm doing my usual clear acrylic method. So I'm just going to sprinkle on top of the wet layer of the gel polish, then popping it into the lamp and just repeating that until I'm happy. Just gonna sprinkle that again. I think I did about 3 times, and then I was super happy with how the ombre basically ended up looking, which is really nice. So there's the two, and here it is cured now. This is the 3rd layer done there now. So now it's time for the top coat. So right now it looks fairly grainy, just how, you know, because of the acrylic, it's a little powder. It's a very, very fine, gritty kind of powder. But as you can see, when applying the top coat, it just smooths out the nail like a lot. Especially with the matte top coat, I feel like you can really tell the matte top coat, because of course it will matte the nail, so you can really see if there's any grains, which this one I don't think had, which is great. And often I don't really have grains on my nails with the acrylic. Maybe it's down to kind of your acrylic that you're using, who knows. But in case you're wondering, the clear acrylic that I'm using is from Glamify. So as you can see in the background, there's our ombre nail that's matte top coated, and it looks really nice, which I'm really happy with. So now it's time for our crystals. So the rhinestone glue gel that I'm using is from Macart. It's my all-time favorite, and I feel like it's a fairly big staple in a lot of people's like nail rhinestone glue gel choices. I feel like a lot of people use it, so I'm sure you guys already came across it before. And I'm just kind of going to place one fairly big crystal in the middle of the flower, followed by 2 slightly smaller ones on either side, and we're going to repeat that across all of those flowers. So we'll be doing it on all 4 of the flowers that we've created, and then we can work on our ombre nail, and that one gets a bit not tricky, but there's quite a bit more going on. We're going to use some AB crystals. We're going to use some quite big silver caviar beads as well, and also I had these little circular white little, they're not crystals, they're kind of like gem-like things. You'll see them in a moment. They're very pretty, and I just thought I will kind of incorporate into today's set, and I feel like it kind of fitted in quite nicely. I do wish I had maybe a different color of those, because I do feel like the white kind of, I don't know, disappeared a little bit in the crystal placement, but it's still fine. We can still see it. Just I wanted it to pop a little bit more, because when I have a full handful of them in my hand, they pop so much. They're so bright, they're so pretty, but the moment when they're kind of a bit more separated, they just kind of do lose a little bit of their sparkle in between a very sparkly AB crystals. So that was kind of what was happening there, but you see in just a moment. So I'll probably just stop talking now, let you guys carry on watching the crystal placement, and I'll come back to you guys once I'm done. Alright, so I'm almost done with this nail. I love how this one came out, and as you can see, there's a bit of rhinestone glue gel that I did end up wiping off that ombre nail. So here are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!